Hi everyone, I'm Ashley with 9 Health, and this is Health Happens, our weekly Facebook Live show where we're talking about all things health, because we know that health is happening all around us every day, and we want to give you the information that you need so that you can make the best choices for you no matter where you are on your health journey. And today we are out at the Anschutz campus with Kevin Dean, rheumatologist, and we're going to talk to him about his group, his partnering with 9 Health to help with people with rheumatoid arthritis. But while we wait for our Facebook Live to share on a few different pages, we're going to recap about last week. You may have tuned in to our episode where we gathered a lot of volunteers together and we talked about all the different ways that you can volunteer with 9 Health. So if you're still looking for an opportunity to get involved as a volunteer, there's plenty of options for you, no matter what your skills are. We'd love to have you. So check that out. It can be found on our videos tab on our Facebook page. But today, get back to Kevin. We're here with Kevin. Thanks for joining us.
Great,
He's
thanks.
one of our favorite 9 Health Fair enthusiasts.
Good.
Did you know that?
I am enthusiastic.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, he's so enthusiastic. So, Kevin, talk to me about, you're a rheumatologist. You're doing a clinical trial here, right? Tell us how you're involved with 9 Health Fair to help your trial.
Yeah, so we started a bunch of years ago working with 9 Health Fair to help people learn more about their joints and their joint health. So lots of people have joint pain. Mm-hmm. Most of the time that's due to something we call osteoarthritis. Another name for that is wear and tear arthritis. Okay. That's an important form of arthritis, but there's other forms of arthritis that are actually probably even more important to identify early and get treated, because if you don't treat them correctly, you could have much worse joint damage. So the one we really are interested in, those other forms, is called rheumatoid arthritis. Okay. Arthritis where your immune system attacks your joints, and if it goes untreated, can really eat up the joints in months, if not a year or two, okay, leading to a lot of disability. The interesting thing is sometimes people don't know they have rheumatoid arthritis versus the regular kind of arthritis, because the symptoms may be very similar early on. Mm-hmm. So at the health fair we offer joint exams as well as a blood test that can really help pick out if you have rheumatoid arthritis or not, and then we can get you the right help.
And the best part about this screening that you're doing is that it's absolutely free.
It's absolutely free, yep. And it's blood tests we can add on to the rest of your lipids or blood counts, whatnot you're getting at the health fair, so it's pretty easy to do.
Is it an additional stick or is it the same?
It's the same stick,
okay.
One needle,
I like that
different
point.
blood, yeah.
It's not, if you're going to be involved in this, you don't have to get another needle. It's
just
it's the same one.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
So that's one aspect of what we're doing, is just trying to find people that might have rheumatoid arthritis as an explanation to their joint symptoms and not know it. The other part of that is our blood test that we do, something called a CCP blood test, okay, is very good at predicting who may get rheumatoid arthritis in the future. So if we find people with that blood test and they don't have arthritis, we talk to them about possible ways they could prevent rheumatoid arthritis.
Okay, that's very good. So who is the screening for? Is it for anyone?
So basically we'll screen anyone.
Okay.
They have to be over the age of 18,
okay,
and then be willing to have their blood drawn at the health fair. And then we have some paperwork they fill out there to make sure we get their results back to them accurately. But basically we'll screen everybody.
And you're a pretty good group. We always like seeing them at fairs because they're so passionate about what they're doing. They're not, you guys are such a lively group, so we like seeing them at fairs. And you're going to be at 34 fairs this spring. That
is correct.
34 and counting?
Yes. I think we start April 5th.
April 5th, okay. So just in a few weeks now, if you're interested in this screening, you'll be able to find them at a 9 Health Fair near you most likely. So if you go to our website, 9healthfair.org, you can search for it as a screening in the drop-down, rheumatoid arthritis, and you'll find it all the locations that they'll be at. So you can connect with these fine folks. So let's see, what else have we not talked about? Is there a website that you want to talk about?
So we do have, you can certainly go to the 9 Health Fair website and see where we're going to do the RA screening. We also have our own website if you want to check there as well. It's www.stop-ra.org. Okay. And if you go there, we also list all the 9 Health Fairs. There's a little bit more explanation. So let me tell you a little bit more about the part where we are looking for people who may be at risk for future rheumatoid arthritis. So I said the blood test can pick out if you have rheumatoid arthritis now, but it's also a really good marker if you are at risk in the future. This is a little bit more on the research side of things, so we're not 100% sure that we can prevent rheumatoid arthritis, but what we're trying to do, we are funded by the NIH to do this study, is find people with these markers in their blood, talk to them about prevention. We have one particular trial we call Stop RA, where we can give you a pretty benign drug to see if we can actually stop you from progressing to rheumatoid arthritis.
And that's something that's happening right here.
That's happening right here.
In this building.
Yeah.
So if you're screened at the fair and you have an opportunity to then be a part of this.
Correct.
Okay.
And we'd love to have you get checked, and if you're positive, talk to us more about our prevention study.
Awesome. Looks like we may have a question.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Heidi says lowering sugar and processed foods really helps too. Any thoughts on that?
No, exactly right. So we think the body uses what we eat as building blocks. Things like sugar, fatty foods are the wrong or bad building blocks for inflammation, so they can make inflammation worse in the body. So reducing sugar, reducing fat intake can all help the immune system be more healthy.
And is that something that you can talk to with people at a fair about these certain things they can do
Absolutely,
just to kind of help mediate some of these issues?
Right. So real quick, stopping smoking, maintaining a healthy body weight, exercising 30 minutes a day at least 3 times a week. Those are 3 things that were pretty solid that help prevent all forms of arthritis, including rheumatoid arthritis, and are just good for your health. Other things we don't know as much about, but dietary changes like reducing sugar sure make a lot of sense. One diet that's been thought about in particular is something called the Mediterranean diet. There's a lot of information on the internet about that, but you can look that up. Mediterranean diets, thought to be less inflammatory, help the immune system.
Nice. A lot of information here with Dr. Kevin Dean.
Yeah.
He's actually done a little you did a hand evaluation on me a couple of years ago. Do you remember that? I had gold sparkly fingernails. Do you remember that?
It's ringing a bell.
But so that's one of the things that you'll do at a fair is you'll do an actual exam of the hand.
I'll show you what we would do. So with rheumatoid arthritis, the joints that are most commonly involved are the wrists, and then we call these the MCPs, or these big knuckles here. Sometimes these joints out here. Never these joints far away. So at the health fairs, we examine the wrists, these joints, and these joints to see if there's telltale inflammation that you can see with rheumatoid arthritis. Now, a lot of other people may have other kinds of arthritis. Typically, the wear and tear or osteoarthritis affects these joints out here or these joints out here. And I have an example of it. This is what osteoarthritis would look like. If you can kind of see there's a bony bump there, that's where the underlying joint's got some damage and it gets a little bone spur formation.
Okay, which is
my
different.
normal one over here is different. I did this on purpose. So
I was going to say, how lucky are you to have this example?
Yeah.
So that's just another thing that you'll offer at the fair is not only that examination, which can be an indicator of rheumatoid arthritis, but you're also going to do that blood screening.
Exactly right.
Okay, and again, that's a free screening that we offer at 9 Health Fair at 34 different locations. Kevin and his team will be out offering rheumatoid arthritis screenings for anyone that may be interested. It's a free screening. Just have to be 18, basically.
Right.
You have to be there.
And show up and be 18 or older.
And to find any of those locations near you, 9healthfair.org. Click on Find a Fair, and then you can search in the drop-down for the rheumatoid screening. Is there anything else you want people to know, Kevin?
So you asked about who should come. We'll screen everybody.
Yeah.
Certain things we look for. There is a family risk for rheumatoid arthritis. So if you have a family member with rheumatoid arthritis, we're particularly interested in having you come out, talk to us about it, get tested if you're willing. And then if you have any joint aches or pains, we're happy to talk to you and sort out whether those may be the regular kind or rheumatoid arthritis.
I feel like I'm, abusing but I kind of do have like it hurts right here. Is that, what do you think? I thought maybe I just had a cut, but can you feel something under there?
I can't really feel anything.
That hurts.
The other thing is, there's a lot of things in and around joints. Sometimes, especially if we do repetitive activities, you can kind of inflame a little tendon or something. So many times people can have joint pain, and it's really not much of anything. We don't even have names for it, but that may be what that one is.
Called like changing too many diapers or something.
Could be.
Or like typing. Probably typing.
If you were changing diapers, it could be that. Yes.
It could be anything. Okay. Well, anyways, if you have any other questions for Dr. Kevin Dean, feel free to type them into the comments, and we'll monitor that feed over the next couple days and be sure to connect you with the information that you need. But if this information helped you or inspired you, we'd love for you to share this with anyone that you know that may also help benefit from this information. We always love talking with Dr. Kevin Dean, and we'll have him at 34 of our fairs this spring, so we hope to see you out there. Go to 9healthfair.org and you can find a fair near you. And we'll see you next week. We are actually taking a road trip. We're going to Fort Lupton. We're going to visit with one of the original 9 Health Fairs, and their team is a hoot. They're so funny. So you've got to tune in next week when we go to Fort Lupton to visit the 9 Health Fair location out there. So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next week.